Hello YouTube, it is I, Sneaky Teak, so glad to be back with another YouTube exclusive look at Peglin, the Pachinko Roguelike, diving straight back into Cruciball. Missed the previous episode, not sure what Cruciball is? Look up above for a card to see the first episode. At least watch the beginning where I do a full introduction so you have an idea what it is that we're trying to do. A bit of a challenge run. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy. We have some ideas as to how hard this is. I definitely think that our first several decisions should be entirely about solving Act 1. If we can manage to do that, we've got a chance. And so, let's check our options. Enhanced Gunpowder says bombs clear nearby pegs when detonated. This is actually a pretty sweet relic. It's surprisingly sweet. The area of nearby pegs, it's big. It's way bigger than you think. Bomb Baton, pegboards start with +3 bombs. I actually think that this is probably incredible for clearing Act 1. Eye of the Turtle, though, orb and relic battle rewards contain an additional option to choose from. At the end of the day, it's my opinion that there still are some orbs and relics that are just better than others. If we think we can survive, then I would love to take Eye of the Turtle. But this is really tough because it's not Eye of the Turtle and then 2 misses, right? Like I said, Enhanced Gunpowder is just really good. I'd like to take both of these. Extra bombs and enhanced gunpowder. Let's think about which of these choices most accelerates us into elite fights, right? So honestly, Bomb Baton is probably our best pick for being able to take down specifically elites. +150 against Minotaur counts, and it's incredible for the other 2 fights, right? Enhanced Gunpowder is more of a combo thing, right? So as an example, if we get Short Fuse and Enhanced Gunpowder, we can start to do things like get the Easter egg chest, but also when we start to get more refreshes and things, this can just cause huge amounts of peg clear. So I really feel like I want this more towards Act 2. I definitely think the strongest start here in terms of consistency is Bomb Baton. And I think the reason I want to take it is, a problem we ran into in our previous run was we couldn't take the early elites. And we ended up dying to the middle elites too. So we want to be in a position to where if we see elites, we can take them, and I think this is the way to do it. And we do immediately. We could take like 5 elites in this act. How crazy would that be? So to do that, what? Fight, left, and then maybe left again, and then elite, elite, elite. This is madness. If we can beat this, surely we can win the run. Like, if we can successfully navigate this gauntlet, we've got to get so strong, right? Okay, that's got to be the plan. Let's try. Let's try. That's got to be the plan. So that means we need to set up to be able to go left. At least eventually. So let's work on that first, actually. We have enough bombs on this board. Surely we can afford a little bit of time spent clearing our exit, right? Okay. I didn't do that perfectly, but that's all right. Let's start clearing bombs. Nice. I am fairly certain that at this point we can get a full exit to the left. And now if we just target this far right bomb twice, we should be completely safe. From there, we just make sure that we can either land 1 more bomb or do 25 damage before the front slime gets to us, right? No biggie. I'm glad we took Bomb Baton. I mean, I would have liked to take Eye of the Turtle, and several sessions ago I would have. But I've seen what Act 1 can do. And the biggest problem is not so much, is there a chance that we can survive with Eye of the Turtle? It's, how many options does it take away from us? Because of how random the acts are in Peglin, you can end up in a position to where not having a little bit of strength means that you don't have any available paths, or you're constrained down to one fairly weak one, right? So we want to be open to being able to take those bosses. Okay, so Bramball, I do really like, for at least specifically Minotaur. There's also a refresh orb here, which is kind of exciting, actually. I'm really, this is starting to grow on me because it does have synergies, right? Strong synergies. So what did we talk about before? Like, how do we make some of the boss relics which have some potential but can be game losing accessible? If we have an upgraded refresh orb, that might be enough to let us, as an example, take the sweet suffering, the eternal suffering, the ring of suffering that we took recently, right? That being said, by itself, it's fairly weak. And so we certainly need a plan to be strong enough for all of our upcoming challenges. We have Avogadro, so it's okay in that fight, actually. Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind a Bramble. But with the extra stone, it's less effective. We don't have ambidextrity. We're playing around Bomb Baton. You know what? I'm going to take this Refresh Orb. I believe in it. I believe that we can derive value from this Refresh Orb, and I believe that it opens more doors for us. And for that reason, I'd like to take it. Going left as planned. You reach a clearing that is unusually slimy. You progress cautiously, but still lose your step. 3 orbs fall into the slime, and you only have 2 hands. Which one do you let sink into the slimy abyss? My stone, or my stone? Oh no, not my stone. You instinctively snatch up an orb in each hand, but you watch as the stone level 1 disappears deep into the muck. Okay, well, we're starting to find removals, which actually would have made Bramble a little bit more effective, but I think that's okay. Let's plan to take a fight. We're quite good at fights. With Bomb Baton, the whole idea of Bomb Baton was to be able to take fights. And so let's do take 1. If we're lucky, we'll get like an upgrade out of it. Please stay left. Nice. I guess right wouldn't have been the end of the world, right? And then we still could have pathed to take either 3 or just 2 of the elites. Oh, Refresh Orb here is hilarious. Let's see what this does. Actually did a decent job. It's gonna make it really hard to clear these other bombs, though. That's okay. Let's clear over to the right, because then we can immediately... No, don't refresh. Okay. Wow, that's actually lucky. We actually didn't want to refresh, so that was perfect. Because I want to be able to get over there and hit these 2 bombs to close down the fight. It's the idea anyway. Pretty set up at this point, but what we aren't set up on is being able to get to our elite fights. So we also need to make sure we do that. Clear to the right side. Okay. In this case, we just need to throw to where we clear. That's perfect. Only lost 4 health, not so bad. We still get our Bramble. I'm gonna take it because it does really help us with at least the Minotaur fight. I'm hoping that the Bomb Baton is good enough for the other 2 elites. I think it probably is. I think it probably is. Remember, we don't have refresh bombs this time. I'm saying that like we're it's been several moons since the last run, which posted between 1 and 6,000 years ago. I certainly didn't just record that run. There's no chance that I batched this process. No chance. Okay, so ups and downs here, right? I didn't really want to start setting off a ton of bombs because we really wanted that extra 100 damage versus the boss. But we have 200 damage in bombs right here. So I'm hopeful that that's good enough. And with the Refresh Orb's help, we're gonna get it pretty much right away, which is sweet. We'll certainly win this fight. The question is, how much will it hurt? The key, I think, is that we need to focus on setting ourselves up for really good refreshes and crits. We don't have anything to increase our number of refreshes, and so where they are is where they are. Sounded cleverer in my head. But you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, if that hits a refresh, it's not the end of the world. And if it clears us to this bomb, it's also not the end of the world. That was a nice, like, high option shot. Nice. That was my hope, that we would hit the crit and then also clear that bomb. And the refresh? Oh, man, that would have been so crazy. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no, we should have skipped to Bramble there. I made a mistake. That was a mistake. Bramble right there probably saves us 14 life, right? That was certainly a mistake, but what are you gonna do? I think we'll still be okay. Let's discard and go to refresh here. Oh no. Oh, Teak. Oh, it hurts, Teak. Come on, Stone. Live a better life than your previous. Oof. Rest in peace, our HP. Barely enough, we got it. That probably was the time to just use a regular stone. Okay, well, we're at 61 life. Scary place to be, but I think we do go for an upgrade here. Bramble doesn't increase its number of turns of Bramble, but Refresh Orb adds refresh the board when this orb is discarded. And I really like that upgrade for us. Oh man, Recombobulator with the Bomb Baton. Pegboards start with 2x as many bombs? Hold up. That's so money. But Recombobulator with the real, how can I take it all? How can I take it all? Okay, we want to fight 2 elites, so which is the best relic to take here to do so? Recombobulator reduces our bombs to only 35 damage. So I think I'd rather take Bombulate, actually, and just have so many bombs. And now we go right. That way, if we have to, we can stay right. Okay. Bomb-based technology. It's a lot of bombs. There's no doubt. I'm specifically trying to avoid setting off bombs here to start, and I'm specifically trying to clear the left way so that we can go to this next elite. Intentional. Now it's bombing time. Okay. 1 bomb down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to go, which is lethal. Nice. And that means we landed Bramble on the boss here. Learn from your past mistakes, or else repeat them forever, Tiki says. Probably about time to take this refresh, but I'd also like to complete our bombastic journey. Well, we can just do it like this. That was not what I wanted, but I am trying to quickly get to this Bramble to save more life. That's the goal. So I don't mind the double discard. It didn't work out the way I wanted, but in a way, that might have been best because we didn't get a refresh, which I actually think was desirable. Refresh makes it a lot harder to finish using these bombs, and the bombs are by far our best source of damage output right now. Double bomb. And exact lethal, wow. Do we really hit exactly 3? That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna take another upgrade. This would add 1 more clause to refresh orb. Refresh the board when this orb, refresh the board on the first peg hit. But I don't think that that's worth the upgrade right now. I think I might actually refresh Bramble for the extra damage. Perfected Reactant. Bombs deal plus 20 damage. Okay. What? Bombaton, Bombulate, Perfected Reactant. Next up, Recombobulator comes back. Let's fight an elite. Sure. How are we gonna live through Area 3? We better not take Electro-Pegnet, actually. Even though it got nerfed, this is a run to... we'll just let that go. Okay. Now we'll start hitting some bombs. Where do we want to go after this? Left or right? Actually, right. And then, yeah, we'll take 2 elites instead of this chest. So right, chest. We could go chest, chest, fight, elite, fight. Maximum fights is certainly best for us here because we want to see more orbs and stuff. And get upgrades, right? So that we can be... As an example, there's a decent chance that we could take Matryoshka Shell on this run. So we're going to want some upgrades to be open to that. And just like a generally stronger... You know, maybe a healing orb right now would be really relevant. Okay, now we're accelerating towards Bramble because we're going to very easily clear this mob. And then we want to start locking down the boss so that they can't move while we finish them off. So we are planning on going left, I guess? Honestly, probably right is better. Let's clear towards the right. Yeah, I think fights are better than question marks for us right now. Unless we can guarantee the question mark is a mini boss, in which case then it becomes better, I think. Yeah, the refresh there is fine. And then we're gonna skip the refresh orb, go straight to Bramble. Feeling super good about the Bramble pick in terms of how much health it's saving us in these early fights, right? It's just dramatically simplifying this elite fight for us. Inferno Orb with this setup is kind of funny, but is it overkill? It might just be too much risk. But it could work well. I think that Matryoshka is takeable here. It gives us a good upgrade target, and it's a very potentially breakable orb. Even if we don't break it right away, this means that any of the plus damage boss relics are immediately incredibly good. It works very nicely with the Eternal Suffering. It just opens up a lot of avenues. I've grown to really like this orb. Even without a plan right now, I just don't think we need the damage from Inferno Orb, and we don't need one-hit activation. But what we do need is a plan for how we're going to get strong enough for Act 2, in particular Act 3. And this relic has a chance. Cruciball's Fleece. Additional crits increase shot damage by 1.3x. Okay, it's takeable. But Cookie, heal 2 every time the board is refreshed. And we have a level 2 refresh orb. So this can be ludicrous amounts of damage, but we did want some amount of heal. And Cookie's actually okay on this run. And probably lets us continue to take 1,000,000 elites. It's also working towards a mechanism to survive the mines. Let's take Cookie. We need some healing, and it's healing that doesn't depend on our orbs directly. Synergizes what we have. We've got plenty of damage for the next act and a half, just with our bomb setup. So we can find more damage. The heal will be useful right away. Okay, we want to go left here. That way, left or right is fine. Which means we just start clearing left. This will be a great level for Matryoshka. Matryoshka! Teak, will you ever say it right? Look, I'm focused. I'm trying to figure out how to Cruciball out here, okay? This is a big deal. In you go. Good luck. Well, we certainly cleared the left side path. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I thought it was actually going to stall out on the bumper, which I've never seen, so that would have been really cool. We didn't quite get the one-hit kill there against the bat, but we did well. You wouldn't bramball a bat. I would. Another upgrade. Like I said, Matryoshka here. Get this thing going. Hey, it might not pay off. Genuinely, we might never derive the full value from this orb grade, but we might. It has potential. Eye of the Turtle came back around. Okay, then we definitely want to take the double elites because we get to look at so many orbs and so many relics that way. And we're going to be more than fine at those fights. It does not matter which elite we get. We're good at them all. That being said, have we only fought the slime elite this whole time? Like, are there other elites? Or did we forget those? It's kind of funny. Oh no, we're going to bomb all the bombs here, aren't we? And have none left for the other bats? That's actually a really bad outcome if so. No, we're okay. Get some crit, try to work towards the other bombs. Begin the bombing. Maybe I didn't want to refresh there right away on second thought. That worked out nicely. Oh no, Teak, what are you thinking? We got to clear the right side. I thought that with the Matryoshka going live, we would just have no problem clearing out the right side, right? It would just happen naturally. But we actually do have to make sure we can get to the elite fight, or all our effort will have been in vain. Okay, we should have an easy shot from here, so we can go ahead and close it down. Nice. Almost forgot what I was doing. Almost forgot what I was up to. Multiball 3. And away we go. Multiball 3 does not do what I thought it did. Each multiball causes one level of split. This is an exponential effect. When I first saw Multiball 3, I was like, oh cool, you end up with 4 balls. No. You end up with 8 balls. 60? 8? 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8. Yes, 8. You can get 16 though, because you can get Matryoshka shell. And if you mod the game, then you can do whatever. It's modding. I don't know. I'm always surprised when people are like, I modded the game and the behavior changed. Yes, that is how that works. 2 spawns. So we'll do this one, the next, and then we'll throw in the Matryoshka. We want to clear towards the left side, right? Okay. One spawn, and then the next spawn will be the Reckoning. Nice. In they go. Well, we got some bombs. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Mamorb, Bramball, Ice Circle, or Raborb. Extra bouncy. Mamorb is targeted damage that also scales, but it doesn't particularly play nice with our bombs because we have less pegs to hit. I don't mind Ice Circle as far as targeted damage goes. I'm not that interested in a heal. And this does give us another answer to Act 2 stuff if the bomb thing doesn't work out. I don't know why or how it would ever not work out for us, to be honest. We could certainly heal here and just skip this set of orbs and look for something a little better. I guess Mamorb gives us a way, like, in the absence of good boss relics, Matryoshka plus Mamorb is enough scaling for hard fights. Those two things together do make a scaling package. It's not the best scaling package in the game, but it is a scaling package, and it's a good upgrade target, right? Okay. And it's not the end of the world if we find something better. Peg Bag. The board will contain 2 additional refreshes, which is nice with Cookie. Refreshes also grant crits. That's pretty nice. And Inconspicuous Ring. Bouncers contribute to damage. I wonder if Matryoshka makes this actually pretty good. Matryoshka. My goodness. Right, because we're going to have a bunch of balls that are all hitting the bouncers at the bottom. I don't know, though. I think Peg Bag here is probably really excellent. Makes it a little harder to consistently hit our bombs, but it plays nicely into Cookie, and I have to imagine that it's quite good. Okay. We could go straight to Refresh Orb, I guess. But I think we want to just start hitting bombs. Get a little damage in, start clearing wide. Refresh early and often. I think we go ahead and throw Mamorb in, honestly. It's targeted damage towards the back. Not very much, though, apparently. Come on, hit that bomb. Nice. Now hit these bombs. Nice. 120 is dead. Okay, we're out of here. Yeah, the extra refreshes work so well with Matryoshka. This might be a setup for a run that actually could take the Suffering, which is curious. Not super eager to take any of these things. Infernorm is okay. It takes upgrades very well. It works nicely with this if we do just want to set off every bomb all at once, which is a possibility. I really could see this just being heal or skip, though. I think I'm going to do that. Hey, Crit Somelos Fleece is back. We could also take Lucky Penny. Board will contain 2 additional crits. Dumbbell. Every 2 reloads grants 1 strength. Strength X grants all orbs plus X plus X. I've never seen this. Every 2 reloads, though. I mean, that's... This takes a lot of doing. At present, we have 8 orbs, right? So even if we're going discard, play, discard, play, discard, play, discard, play, it's 4 orb plays per cycle, which means it's 8 orb plays before we get our first level of strength. That is an eternity. Even in a boss fight, that's a long time. I think we take the Cruciball Fleece here. And then we hope that we get the lucky penny to come back. I mean, I want to see it again, no doubt. Dumbbell, that's so interesting. You know, if you had like Ouroboros and Buckler, Dumbbell looks insane, right? You're just discarding and cycling. Yeah, I could totally see a run where you take Ouroboros going absolutely ham with Dumbbell. I could see that being genuinely impressive. Couple down, couple more to go. Pretty much full healed at this point. We jumped right over the bomb and the crit. That's so funny. I'm always impressed when that happens. We do want to clear to make sure that we can actually get to the boss. I'm sure the middle will be fire, so we do want to clear a path, whatever it may be. I'm kind of trying to play towards a left side clear, or at least enough of one. But we'll see. Honestly, it's looking like we might end up with the right side. Upgrorb. Get Momorb upgraded here. It upgrades not only its base damage, but the damage that it scales for peg hits, so it's pretty nice. Oh, the fires are on the side for this. You know, I didn't remember that. Nice. We hit that redirect perfectly. Okay, I think we're pretty set to take on Avogadro here, honestly. Yeah. And there's not really any reason to not push the bombs pretty aggressively in this fight. Not that I can see. They'll start to get us damage right away. I mean, we want to have some, I guess, for the spawns, but I'm just not that worried about that. Ooh, this might be a refresh right here. Or it can go straight out. Probably time to hit a refresh regardless. Unless we want to use this opportunity to get down the mine shafts, which would be fair. What we don't want to do is use Bramble here. I've made that mistake before. It doesn't do what you want it to do. Because then the mole gets locked next to you and just does its huge hit repeatedly. Not necessarily ideal. Just clearing towards left side again to try to push these bombs. That's the goal. And in we go. Do your best. That's probably just game. For real. Yep. GG, we almost killed the tree there. Yes! GG. Such a better start than the previous run, but the thing is that I don't think it was such a better start. It was much better play, right? I think we took the right relics and we pathed correctly. Granted, being able to take 5 elites is crazy. I mean, that's wild. But it validates the bomb baton. If we had taken Eye of the Turtle, we're never taking that path, which means we're not leaving Act 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an upcoming 8th relic. Absolutely ridiculous. I definitely think we learned substantially from that first run. Oh, there's always some standard variants too, right? Like, this is crazy to get this whole bomb package. We got to figure out how to survive it. Okay, let's get one more upgrade. We can upgrade Momorb the rest of the way if we want, and then it doesn't get removed from your deck, so you can use it every time it comes up. I like that. Wow. Eye of the Turtle is really showing its power here with boss relics, because we get to see 4 of them offered glorious suffering. All attacks have -2, -3, but every peg popped gets upgraded, +1 damage. Okay, so we have a ton of damage from bombs, right? This means that basically every fight is solved, except boss and elite fights where we have to do tons of scaling damage. And in those fights, this plus Refresh Orb plus Matryoshka might not be that bad. We don't have Swolt's Orb to play with it. There's a chance. There's also Cursed Mask. All attacks get +2, +3, but you start each battle with Confusion 4. Okay, so +2, +3 means every Matryoshka is a 3/5, and there are 8 of them. So that's pretty good. We could also take Matryoshka Shell, which would allow us to get up to 16 Matryoshka balls if we wanted. Or Wand of Skulltimate Power, attacks deal 2x damage, but you take 2 damage for every 15 pegs hit. So I think it's not this. And I also think it's not Matryoshka Shell right now. I think it's either Cursed Mask or Glorious Suffering. The safe path feels like Cursed Mask. It's just going to be so much damage, right? It's just plenty to push the difference. But we don't get to convert that into any particularly incredible, as an example, AoE or, single target scaling with Echo or something like that. Whereas, like I said, we do actually have pretty good orbs online to be able to scale up quite a lot of damage with Glorious Suffering. And not doing damage with our attacks until then is not that big of a deal because we have 100 super bombs, right? Is this run the redemption for our streak loser? Will we lose a streak because of the choice of Glorious Suffering and then proceed to use it to win our first Cruciball win? I don't know, but we gotta try. Let's try it. We did everything we could to potentially set this pick up, right? That being said, we're gonna have to figure out how excellently Glorious Suffering works out for us in the next episode when we continue into the castle. Look forward to it. I hope that you are here for it right away. Make sure you subscribe so that you can see it the second it goes live. Once it is live, look to the end screen cards that come up for a link to it. Otherwise, that's it from me, folks. From my home to yours, from me, from Kevin, and from Bevan, nothing but love. Have a wonderful day and a fantastic rest of your week to come, and hope to see you again soon in the next video. Peace.